Silence is often the most powerful response. In a world that constantly encourages us to speak, explain, and react, true wisdom lies in knowing when to say nothing at all. The greatest minds in history understood that restraint in speech is a sign of mastery, not weakness. There are times when words can do more harm than good, when speaking only fuels negativity, weakens your position, or drains your energy. If you seek control over your emotions, relationships, and life, you must develop the discipline of silence. In this guide, we'll explore 6 crucial situations where saying nothing is the best course of action. By mastering these moments, you'll cultivate unshakable confidence, emotional resilience, and the ability to command respect without uttering a single word. Anger is a powerful emotion that demands an immediate reaction, often clouding your judgment. In moments of anger, your body tenses, your voice rises, and before you know it, you've said something you regret. Words spoken in the heat of the moment can cause lasting damage that often outlives the emotion itself. A wise person understands that anger is a test of self-control. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a deep breath, count to 10, or remove yourself from the situation altogether. Speak only when your emotions are under control. The ability to remain silent in moments of anger demonstrates true mastery over yourself. It signals calmness, discipline, and control. Most importantly, it saves you from having to repair relationships or undo harm caused by reckless words. Silence in anger is not a weakness. It is a sign of strength. Gossip disguises itself as harmless conversation, but it is anything but harmless. The moment you engage, you become a participant, and eventually, you may become the subject of gossip yourself. Small minds discuss people, while great minds discuss ideas. When you take part in gossip, you lower yourself to a form of speech that adds no real value to your life. The best response? Silence. When others speak negatively about someone, resist the urge to participate. You don't need to defend anyone, nor do you need to contribute. Simply stay quiet or change the subject. Over time, people will recognize that you don't engage in gossip. They will respect you more and trust you more. Because if you don't speak negatively about others, they will know you won't speak negatively about them either. Gossip thrives on words, and the less you feed it, the faster it dies. When you're being criticized unfairly, not all criticism is created equal. Some feedback is constructive, offering valuable insight that helps you grow. But other criticism is rooted in jealousy, insecurity, or a simple desire to provoke a reaction. When you are unfairly attacked, your instinct may be to defend yourself, explain, or argue, but often this only gives your critic more power. The wise understand that silence is sometimes the best response. When someone criticizes you unjustly, let them exhaust themselves. Without your reaction, their words lose their power. Over time, the truth becomes evident. Those who matter will recognize the difference between constructive feedback and baseless attacks. By remaining silent, you demonstrate that you are above petty conflict. Not every battle is worth fighting, especially battles that serve no purpose when you have nothing meaningful to say. Many people fear silence, rushing to fill every gap in conversation with unnecessary words. But speaking without purpose weakens your presence. When you talk merely for the sake of talking, your words lose value over time. If you speak constantly without adding substance, people will eventually stop paying attention. A disciplined mind follows a simple rule. If what you are about to say does not improve the conversation, say nothing. Instead, listen, observe. Use silence to think before you speak. When you do choose to speak, your words will carry weight because they are rare, deliberate, and intentional. In a world full of noise, silence is what makes you stand out. When someone wants to argue for no reason, some people don't argue to seek the truth. They argue to win. They are not interested in logic, reasoning, or fairness. They only care about proving you wrong, even if they must twist reality to do so. Engaging with such people is a waste of time. No matter what you say, they will find a way to escalate the conflict or manipulate your words. The best way to win against them? Say nothing. Walk away. Let them argue with themselves. The moment you refuse to engage, they lose their power over you. Those who seek meaningless arguments expect a reaction. When they don't get one, they become frustrated. Instead of wasting your energy on debates that lead nowhere, Save your words for discussions that truly matter. Remember, a person who argues with fools eventually becomes one. Most people do not listen. They merely wait for their turn to speak. Instead of absorbing what is being said, they focus on their response. This is why so many conversations feel unproductive and shallow. The wise understand that listening is far more powerful than speaking. By remaining silent and fully engaging with the person in front of you, you gain valuable insights. You catch details that others miss. You understand perspectives that others ignore. Listening is not just about hearing words. It's about observing tone, body language, and what remains unsaid. The less you speak, the more you learn. And the more you learn, the more valuable your words become when you do choose to speak. If you wish to be respected and admired, listen more than you talk. In a world where everyone is fighting to be heard, the ability to be silent is a rare and powerful skill. The power of silence. By mastering the art of silence in these 6 situations, you gain control over your emotions, your reputation, and your energy. You become a person who does not react impulsively, does not waste words, and does not engage in negativity. The next time you feel the urge to speak, pause and ask yourself, is silence a better choice? If you ever experience a moment where staying silent gave you the upper hand, share your thoughts below. And if you found this guide valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more insights on self-mastery.